So it's been about a month now, and we haven't talked about Gala Games in a bit. There were a couple people that ended up commenting. First off, we had Gala to $1, right? A dude's bearish at the literal bottom. I actually made a video where I took profit on my Gala position at 7 cents, and at 2.7 cents, I still said that I was not accumulating any Gala Games. Has my perspective changed now that Gala's down about another 50% at 1.8 cents? The market for gaming is looking better. Definitely is looking better. Many crypto gaming projects are now beginning to bounce back up. Is this the time to go full moon boy? I wanted to give my perspective as someone that used to be really diehard for Gala and kind of understands the ecosystem pretty well. So if you enjoy that kind of content, like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So a lot has happened since I sold my Gala. Jason, which used to be the man, the myth, the legend, shiny, bald head man. I love this guy. Stopped working at Gala, ended up working at his own thing. It's a founder at LFG Incorporated. Actually visited their Discord server. So shout out to Sue. He invited me to their Discord server. Is talking a lot about different things that they're building. But interestingly enough, they are still building for things in Gala. I see this not as the huge catalyst for Gala, but as Bitbetter's way of saying, hey, we're not really working together these days, but I understand, we came from Gala, so we're going to give a little bit of love over to the Gala fam. So not the most huge catalyst there. What is interesting to me, however, is that there have been a lot of developments from the game side. Maybe not the best, though. If you look at Gala Games, I can't show you the Discord because I'm currently banned from it, which I don't really know why. Don't think I'm doing anything too crazy. Legends Reborn, I believe, for the most part, is dead. Champions Arena might be the most alive game in Gala right now. Last Expedition, I believe, also we have news from, where is it? There it is. Smile Monster, shout out to you. He says, this is from Dan over here. This was a bit ago, about like a couple weeks. Unfortunately, my team and I were informed that our time at Gala Games has come to an end. They're very proud to have been able to work with a small team. And, the Last Expedition project has been publicly playable in pre-alpha for over a year, and we even launched our first premium event last month. We have an extremely experienced and talented team that has been fantastic to work with. You'll know, I've covered a lot of Last Expedition. Spider Tanks was my big one, and then Last Expedition was my pretty much number 2, Champions Arena. You could have gone ahead and debated that was my number 3, but Last Expedition was a game I was very excited for. I don't think that the game is dead. I don't think that's what's happening here, but I agree with Smilin in his sentiment that he thinks that this game is going to be going to the Chilean HQ. The Chilean HQ, for context, is the new team that is replacing a lot of the different games within Gala Games. The first game that I remember them replacing, I could be wrong here, is Martinez. Martinez actually had their lead development team go ahead and get absolutely axed. What is interesting to me is that the Gala Games community, all the whales, the diehards, are not backing the new team, which I would have expected Maxis to go ahead and do, but instead they're backing the new game that the old Martinez team, the original Martinez team, is trying to build. I believe it's called Mooncast Online. If I can go ahead and actually get the right. I've seen some of the development. I'll be honest with you, it's still really early on. They have some AI stuff. It seems like they don't have the craziest budget in the world, but still, it's interesting to see that they're still trying to put out a game that is an MMORPG. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm not invested in it. I have no say in anything that they're doing, but it is still an interesting detail to go ahead and be reminded of. They also, this is very interesting to me because in my opinion, it seems to me like Gala isn't really a gaming project anymore. They're trying to pivot, which I understand. It makes sense. They tried the gaming thing. It didn't go well for them. So they're trying to do something different. There's nothing wrong with that. Trend hopping is something that happens all the time. And if caught during the right time, could actually be a really big catalyst for Gala. I'm not going to lie. If you do things right, then you're going to be getting the bulk of whatever narrative you end up going to, whether it's AI or music or film or whatever it is. You can still take advantage of it if you catch it at the right time. We didn't really get that music hype that a lot of people were expecting with music NFTs. I think the music token isn't doing the best in the world, but I still like the music platform. I think they're supporting artists, and I'm actually all for music. If there's any platform in Gala that I would be of most support, it would probably be Gala Music. I remember when Bucks was there, it was awesome, awesome energy. There's Gala Film, which they're actually developing some pretty cool films. Apparently, they've gone ahead and won a couple awards, which I'm a big voucher for. I like the fact that they're fighting for that. but I'm just not sure what it's going to do for their blockchain. That's a problem. There's a lot of cool stuff in the Gala works. They have a lot of money. Let's be honest. Like, this is a $600 million token. They know they've got the funds, but it just seems to me like it just has never been important to the actual token. And like, I totally get the sentiment that something should only be for the games or only be for the films and the music and everything else comes afterward. But if you're someone that's like, oh, should I or should I not buy Gala? Well, you have to come into this from the mindset of how are they going to actually bring value to the Gala token? And so I think they just had that question themselves and said, hey, you know what? Probably this gaming thing, we wasted a ton of money on it. We didn't do the best job at it. And, we're doing our own thing. Maybe we should just focus on the L1 side of it, because it seems like so far we had a good shot of that back in 21. Maybe we'll have a good chance of this again in 2024, 2025, whatever bull market we end up getting here. I kind of agree with the sentiment. I think if you were investing into Gala Games from the gaming side, that you would be very sorry. You'd just be absolutely wrecked, because it just doesn't seem like they have the best track record for it. But if you're investing into Gala as Gala and not Gala Games, I think you actually got a pretty solid shot. It confuses me, however, because I think of Gala as Gala Games. Every time I title it, I think of it as Gala Games. I'm sure many of you are feeling the same way. And so when we get that gaming revolution, when gaming really ramps up again and is the trend, I just very vehemently believe this, people are going to think of Gala as a gaming coin, when Gala is not trying to be a gaming coin anymore. They have pivoted. If you actually look at fees on DeFi Llama, you'll see that many of the biggest projects are actually running meme coins right now. Meme coins are the big thing. I am heavily against meme coins, so you're not going to hear it here, meme coins are the future. I think meme coins are going to have their time. They're having it right now. It's going to end eventually. People will go back to utility after the exit liquidity has been farmed. But right now, meme coins are killing it. And I've seen Gala Chain. They've been pushing a couple meme coins. Totally normal. Don't fault them at all for it. And they're just trying to go ahead and catch trends to see what ends up sticking. That's totally normal in the business world and is often actually celebrated. Now, should you be buying Gala right now? This is the big question. I don't want to just beat around the bush, just talk all day about Gala. I'm going to give you the answer, for me at least, not yet. Not because it's at, 1.8 cents and this thing's going straight to zero. I'm not someone that is against something 150% of the time. I think it's going straight to zero. I'm a crypto maxi. I think everything has the potential of absolutely moon rocketing. Here's what I think, though. When it comes to coins like Gala, they are very much trendsetters. They have to be trendsetters in order to be successful. Gala hasn't really found what is their big success. Their big success from 21 was games. They've gone ahead and, for the most part, really scaled down on their gaming department. From what I can tell, maybe their Chilean HQ has a million other employees, but from my perspective, from the community's perspective, the gaming side has really taken a bit of a back end of the Gala ecosystem. However, if Gala can figure this out, I would much rather be late to Gala, but know for a fact that it will be successful, than actually try to be early right now at 1.8 cents. I'd rather buy this thing back at like 5 cents than try to time it right now at 1.8 cents, but not really know if it's going to make it or not. There are just too many projects in crypto gaming right now that are looking really strong. And that's the problem. It's a space not like 21. Back in 2021, there weren't a lot of gaming projects to get into, but now there are so many gaming projects that are doing so many different things. There are projects making tens, hundreds of millions of dollars worth of revenue every single year, which is not something that we had back in 2021. It's a much more competitive field. So you need to do something to stand out. I would much rather accumulate something that I know, not for a fact, but with a higher likelihood will be successful. Am I going to get perfect pricing on it? Absolutely not. But we might get a scenario similar to Tron, where Tron was a terrible coin to invest in for the longest time. And then all of a sudden, we hit 2023, we hit 2024. This thing's been on a moon rocket because they found their place. Justin Sun seems to have a bit of a quirk for meme coins, and that's brought a ton of volume. Maybe they're the next Solana, maybe they're not. I don't care. I already took profit on my Tron. But I would much rather be late on Tron, which I was late on Tron, but I still made a very healthy profit, and not have to question whether or not it's actually going to work out for me. So that's my perspective. I am not, negative against Gala. I don't think this thing's going to zero. I don't hate the Gala founders or the CEO or anything. I would actually love to talk to them. That's just something on the channel. I'm always open to not only being proven wrong, but just understand what's going on overall. But I will say, I have to wait until At this point, we get proof in the pudding that Gala has figured out what narrative they want to go ahead and push. We need some sort of certainty that we understand the direction this thing is going. It seems to me that I'm connecting the dots that they want to be an L1 chain. They want to make their own layer 1, and they're going to absolutely kill it because they're going to get tons of different games builders on their chain. They're going to white label maybe. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're just going to put a ton of chains and just cook, absolutely cook. But until I see that, until there's not certainty, but at least I know what they're trying to go for, it's just a waiting game for me. It's kind of how it always is. That's how you make your investment, DD. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What are your thoughts on Gala? Like, are you still a maxi? Are you extremely bearish on this thing? Are you kind of like me where you're just waiting to see what happens next? Let me know in the comment section. Till the next time, stay classy. And that's all.